Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are taking a look at my completed 2025 bullet journal. So this is an Archer and Olive notebook. It has gotten some good use out of it. You can see we haven't used up all the pages, but I wanted to start fresh in 2026 with a new notebook. So we are done. So it's time for the full flip through. And I will say that I did not start this in January. I started this in February. Previous to starting in this notebook, I was using a disc-bound notebook from Happy Planner to do all my bullet journal stuff because I was using printables. All of these are my hand-drawn designs, printable style. And so I was printing them on nice printer paper and punching them and putting them in there. And then I decided I'm going to print them on sticker paper and put them into here. So I think that was a fun change and I've really enjoyed it. So I started with the month of February. I wish I'd started with January. But while we go through this, I will tell you about anything else that is on the pages from where I got them, like the tapes and things like that. But all the designs here are my hand-drawn designs. Printables are always available in my Etsy shop. I'll link everything below, like the links for Etsy and my website. And then monthly, I do come out with the printed versions now on A5 sticker paper. It comes in a little booklet like this, and you get all the stuff to put in your own notebooks on sticker paper. So, if you're interested, you can go check out my website. It releases around the 10th every month for the next month's theme so that there's plenty of time to ship it and get to you. Okay, but printables always available as well. So this is February's. It was a Love Coffee Books theme. By the way, my patrons always suggest themes. I pick my top 4 and then we do a poll and vote on them. And then I just draw whichever one wins. So these are all themes that my patrons voted on. All right, so this tape is from Washi Tape Shop. It's called Baroque Lace. This is my favorite script washi tape. I found it recently at Journal Say. It's also on Amazon. But I just love a good script tape. Then all these are from Planything, all these other tapes. All right, so this is how this turned out. My favorite 2 pages every month are the gratitude log and the self-care bingo. They are so much fun to do every month. But this is how this one turned out. All right, for March, it was a butterfly cherry blossom theme. Again, got another script tape going on, also found at Amazon. And then all these other tapes again are from Planything. But I do love this one. I did not like the colors I chose this month to fill out my mood trackers, and all my other trackers, but it is what it is. I never colored this all in. I think I just got tired of all these colors. I wanted more like this, but I didn't have the highlighters that matched. All right, did not get a bingo this week, and that's okay. This month. Some months are busier than others. And then this was my month in review and notes page. All right, this month was really fun. It was like a hot air balloons theme, and that was so fun to do. Like, just such a fun, unique thing to draw. I love how the mountains turned out and making these big scenes. And it was just a really good month with all that. This is a whiteboard tape because I couldn't find the right black tape. I now have black tapes that work. Then these were all from Planything. Because at this point, all it was printables still. But some point, I think this month was when I launched my very first washi tapes from my own shop. So this was fairy garden themed. This was one of my favorite themes that I drew all year. So much fun. Tapes again from Planything. Just the whimsical nature of this was super fun. And I love seeing the filled out thing All right, did really well with my self-care bingo this month. And this month I started adding an extra page where I could do notes about the self-care bingo over here instead of going to another notebook or finding another page for it. So like I started adding some journal prompts and list prompts and things like that. And so it's really nice to have an extra page to just do it all right here. All right. And then this is the notes and month in review page. All right. This is another one. Every month was my favorite, guys. I'm going to keep saying that. This was Hummingbirds and Roses, and I love how this one came out. Again, tapes from Plannything. These are so cute. Okay, I love how this all turned out. I love seeing just everything at the end when it's all colorful and filled out. I did get one bingo that month, and I love having that notes page right there for all of it. And there's the month in review. All right, this was July, and it was a countryside kind of theme, but my patrons wanted hints of 4th of July in it, and I wanted it to be very farm still, not bright red, white, and blue. So we had like a more of a muted red. We had the colors in the florals and stuff. And then again, tapes from Plannything. And I thought it turned out really nicely. I'm always trying when I'm doing my designs to not have it be like a one-day theme. That's why we had hints of it in here, but it was still more countryside based than other things. So we had this going on here. But I don't like one-day holidays for my main theme overall, so I try to avoid it generally. But I love how all these scenes turned out. And this basket on the bike. Oh my gosh, so much fun. And this one was really fun because I got to make some different patterns for the scrapbook papers this time. And that was great. All right, did I say washi tapes from Plannything again? Okay. Oh yeah, this one was one of my favorites too. Look at these cups, the little teacups and florals. I loved this one, and this is where I decided to make an advent calendar. Kind of decided really late. So that was interesting. That was a lot of work in August to suddenly design that. But I love how this turned out. Again, tapes from Plannything. And I started doing it like this in a grid, and you'll see that. And that just makes a comeback almost every month for a while, I think. But I love how this turned out. Never filled out 31. Oh well, too late now. Don't remember August 31st. I loved breaking the gratitude log into a full 2-page spread. That worked really well, gave a little more space. All right, then this is September, and this was the first month that I had stickers printed, not by me. So that was really cool as I started testing this out, trying out a few different manufacturers and things like that, and that was great. These are all from Plannything still, but as you can see, lots of Dutch doors. That's my thing, right? But I love how it turned out. Did not complete self-care bingo. That's all right. This was probably the funnest month to create. It took 3 videos, like 3.5 hours or 3 hours of work to create this. But we have this huge door going on, distressed this side and everything. And then we have all of October inside here. And all these interactive pieces. So there's the habit trackers, then we have a Dutch door, and then gratitude log was inside these pockets, and that was really fun. So that worked great. And then here we had some extra little spots to write about self-care bingo on the back. And then we had just the notes page and month in review. But that was a really fun one to create, but took a lot of work, so I can't do that every month. Then we go back to this stuff, and this was the first month that I used my own washi tapes here. So I came out with my own washi tapes earlier in the year, but they were all like decorative, and then I started coming out with some what I call base tapes, and that was really cool. This one was from Live Love Posh, part of a set of thin tapes. But I love how this turned out. And this was also, was it the first month? This was the first month that these were in the manufactured, like, Moments and Moods book is what I call it. The one that looks like this and has all the trackers and scrapbook papers in it. So that was really fun to have that done. I love how this turned out. Okay, anyways, December, these are all my own tapes. And so I made a little tape thing here. I love the sideways slanted collage look. It's super fun. So this was Frosty Friends, and this was a whiteboard tape here, and then all my own tapes. And I love it. Just some simple waterfall tabs here because there were so many things going on the tapes themselves. But that is the end of that. We still have space. If you missed it, let me just show you really quick my setup for 2026. I do have a video showing my planner and journal lineup for the year. But, so same size. I love the 8x8. This is an A5. So you'll see it's just slightly, like a 1/4 of an inch smaller in height than an A5. But if you're printing out A5 sized sheets or using my Moments and Moods book, this is a great size to use to be able to do Dutch doors and still have space for your trackers. So they all fit, and this is what we're looking like so far this year. I love how this looks. This was one of my favorite themes I've ever done. So much fun detail. Sweetheart Soda Shop. It's restocking on the 6th, I believe. So I might be posting this on the 5th. So set your alarm for 8 a.m. PT if it hasn't restocked yet. And it's not the Moments and Moods book. It's just the stickers. So like these bits and stuff. But super, super cute. And that's all I've done so far. But I love the 8x8 for my bullet journal. It just works really well. So that is the entire year in the bullet journal. Anyways, hope this was helpful for what your bullet journal can look like. You can, of course, add any pages you want or make it as simple as you want. But it's really fun to create your own pages and decorate them. I find I use my notebooks when they're decorated. I don't use them when I'm just writing down information. So, yeah, that works for me. All right. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.